It's early. We have to evaluate these players over 5 practices, not get too hot and bothered over one play and one practice. We have to see sort of a body of work, and it's a really small sample. 5 practices is still a pretty small sample. But, that's why all the coaches and the scouting staff are here taking notes and watching everything and evaluating everything they can so that we can make good decisions.
Does it look like you've got some good athletes out there, some interesting guys?
Without a doubt, yeah. The other thing is it's very exciting for the coaching staff and the scouts too, but for different reasons, for the coaching staff to be out of the office and, not just behind a computer or watching film and putting together plans, to actually be out coaching, because that's what these guys love to do, is, we love to coach. And then, for the scouts to see the guys that they've worked so hard at getting here all off season, to see it come to fruition on the field, and to either validate or as they're looking over their notes, say, "Ooh, I didn't recognize that before." So I think it's an exciting process for them.
Did you take part in a lot of the free agent camps, or no?
Pardon me?
Did you take part in a lot of the free agent camps?
No.
So you're seeing these guys for the first time?
Well, no. Every time, as the process goes, when they run a free agent camp and they like a player and they're talking about signing him or putting him on the neg list, they circulate film clips to the coaching staff and us, so there was always updates all off season. First time you're seeing them live. But the film, there's always a difference. You see certain things in guys, but you'd like to do a lot of evaluation prior to this on film, because it's not going to lie, right? Who they are is who they are, and they have to pass that test first. You can't just watch the film and say, "I don't really like him," and then expect him to be different here. So it's a good starting point.
Are there a couple guys who caught your eye today that you can maybe point us in the direction of?
A pile of them. Actually, I would say that most of them caught my eye today, because this is the first time I've been out on the field doing some coaching or seeing it again. So,
standouts?
I think every guy in their own right at some point has done something here that I've thought that's pretty good. There's some talented players out here. We're pretty excited.
Anybody get a bus ticket home today? I know you're not going to send them home this afternoon, but was there anybody where you just shook your head?
No, the evaluation process up to this point has been very thorough. So if we're sending a guy home right now, that's a bad job by us, right? So that's not going to happen, even if we just don't do it, so we look better.
What was it like for you out there? You've always been a position coach, so you're the head coach. Did you kind of wonder where to go, or were you feeling your way around a bit?
Well, I think the initial part of my job, to start this off, was to make sure it's efficient, to make sure everybody's organized and running the way it should be, giving the coordinators what they need to get the players moving so that we can get the evaluation, right? And that's what you sign up for. That's what you do. I guess I get to say some things that I haven't got to say before, right? Talking to a receiver and telling him to tuck the ball away. What really do I know about that? But I do know now that guy's got to tuck the ball away, right? So it was a fun first practice.
But did the sort of history of the moment, you being a head coach for the first time professionally, and did the magnitude of the moment dawn on you at any time today that this is happening?
Not the moment. The magnitude of my position, it dawned on me a long time ago. This is an extremely important job for a lot of people. It's a lot of responsibility. There's a lot of people counting on me to do a good job, and we're not going to let them down.
We talked to Gary Etcheberry early. What's your relationship with him, and what's that dynamic look like?
I don't even know what that means. What's the dynamic of our relationship? Interesting. I've never thought about that. I think we've got a good relationship. I think we enjoy. There's a lot of things about football that we agree on and that we enjoy. I believe he's thought more about football than a lot of people, and he's thought about it in a lot of different ways. He's very thorough in his thought process on how defensive football should be played and how offensive football should be played. So I like the effort he's getting out of his guys already in day one, and he thinks that they can give more. So when you see guys that have never been together out here flying around and communicating, and that's only practice one, but they've already started that idea of just a tremendous amount of effort to the ball, which can make up for a lot in football.
Any update on Loper?
No.
I wanted to ask you about the coaching, and obviously these camps are for evaluating on-field talent, but is it a chance for you to see the dynamic, to borrow a term, of the coaches working together?
Absolutely. It's important that we have that we're together when we hit training camp. So this is as much about us coming together as a group too, and figuring out and working through some kinks for when we put it all together in main camp. And we'll do that again, evaluate again through rookie camp, what worked, what didn't, how we're going to get better. Obviously take notes on this, so if we do the same process next year, how are we going to make it more efficient? Efficiency is a big thing for me, right? Making sure everything runs smoothly, because all that wasted time is just bad for players, right? It's bad for coaches, it's bad for everybody. So that's important, obviously. You asked another question. I forgot the second question. Sorry.
Well, a chance to evaluate your staff and how they work together.
Yeah, not just evaluating the staff too, but one thing I said to the players, and I believe every coach says this exact same thing, so I don't think they heard it for the first time when I said it, but it really is an evaluation process on everything these players do, right? So all the coaches are looking and listening to everything that's going on in practice. So when you've got some players, a DB gets beat on a one-on-one and he jumps up and he tells the receiver, great catch, or the DB gets the ball knocked down and he tells the DB that's a great break, or the one-on-ones, guys are just, you realize that we're getting good characters in here too, and that was, from Kyle's directive, from, him and I talking to the scouting staff, we wanted to make sure that we had that nailed down too.
The pace you're running at out here, if guys aren't in shape, they're not going to be here Tuesday morning, are they? They're going to have to. These guys need to be conditioned and ready to go.
Well, they have to also have a taste of the tempo that we're going to run in main camp, and our tempo should be higher in the main camp. So this isn't touching it. They're getting a taste of it, but this is not. It's going to be faster than this. But I think we're fair. We ran a lot of plays. They got a lot of reps, a lot of chance to put good film together. They also got water breaks, and they got some time in between to come together. So the Skelly was broken up into 3 10-play periods with a break chance to meet, talk about it, get some water, and get out there again. But when they're out there, they got to be going.
Why did you shake every player's hand when they walked in this morning? What was behind that?
You want the honest answer? You probably do, don't you? No, I was just standing there holding the door open. So when...
Hold on, let's start that again. Why did you... So no, the answer is...
The real answer is I was standing there holding the door open. And then, so I was standing there, I wanted to talk to the players, so I just started shaking their hands and talking to them.
Well, your PR guy made it look really cool.
Yeah.
It's like you just buried me here.
The coach doesn't have to get water, too. I saw you lugging water around, right? Like, you're the head coach now.
You want an answer for that? Listen, the deal is everybody's in charge of everything, right? Just because they put an HC in front of my name doesn't mean that, I should be the one, if you take pinball as a bit of a mentor, I'm here to serve them, right, in whatever capacity they need. I think it's important that everybody realizes that at any given time they can choose to lead and do the right thing. And we need everybody contributing in any way possible to make sure we're going in the right direction.